Hey everybody, this is Mike and welcome to part three of however many I can make with my ADD uh, and how it's affected my life. The last part or episode or whatever you'd like to call it, I said I was going to do a little research and I actually did. I'm very surprised, I'm very happy with myself. Uh, when it comes to taking medications, for example, I take Adderall, and there are things you want to avoid when you take this. A lot of acidic things like orange juice, which is unfortunate because it's like my favorite juice. I love orange juice. Um, and some other things. I got my cats here now bothering me, so shh. I know, be quiet. Make Adderall last longer. All right. You can take Adderall on an empty stomach, could make it fast, could make it lead to faster absorption, but you should consider taking it with food. I generally take it in the morning without food because I don't like breakfast. There are I, here, in fact, come here. Oh, this this is Gogo. He is a talkie kitty. Aren't you, Gogo? Yes, I am. Now I'm in your way. Yep, that's my cat. Over there. Good boy. What about magnesium? And it can help with absorbing the dextroamphetamine and can help increase its effects. The problem is it can also lead to things like restlessness, uh, tremors, rapid breathing, confusion, panic, and so on and so forth. Uh, if you are interested in that, start at a low dosage. Again, I'm not a medical doctor or anything of that nature, but I've taken magnesium in the past and it's helped me. In fact, I think I'm going to start taking it again, and hopefully that will help me um, make my Adderall more effective. Anywho, I wanted to cover that before I started uh, talking about my life. I don't really remember where I left off last episode, part, whatever. But uh, growing up, I said, I drank a lot of caffeine that help me with being able to focus because caffeine works that way on the brain for those people who have ADD, ADHD, and things of that nature. It's very interesting that you can drink a whole bunch of caffeine and then take a nap because caffeine doesn't work the same way on that ADD brain as it does on a what's it called, neurotypical brain. Anywho, so growing up, like I said, I played a lot of video games. I didn't really struggle with things until fifth grade, and that's where I started to go downhill a little bit. I still got very good grades. I just didn't get straight A's anymore. Uh, as I got older and moved into high school, I was generally there very early, and I was there very late due to my father would pick me up and drop me off and pick me up in the morning. So I got up and he would drop me off before he went to work and pick me up after work. Uh, this actually was very good for me because it removed all distractions because there weren't cell phones, there wasn't the internet when I was in high school. Really, I mean, it kind of existed. Really, this is the '90s, early '90s. Um, but it allowed me to do my homework. I got all my homework done before I even got home. So then I could just do what I wanted when I got home, which was fantastic because my brain at that point was just done. It couldn't really focus anymore. Uh, that being said, it worked out for me, but it was still a struggle. It is easily the biggest struggle I've ever had. Um, in fact, I'm going to look something else up real quick. So something called rejection sensitive dysphoria. And that means you experience severe emotional pain because of a failure or feeling rejected. This is linked, according to the Cleveland Clinic. This condition is linked to ADHD, and experts suspect it happens due to differences in our brain structure. It doesn't mean that you can't regulate rejection-related emotions and behaviors. I'm sorry, those differences mean that your brain can't, reading is fundamental, regulate those emotions, making them more intense. What that means basically is this. For me, I always felt like I did something wrong. If someone wanted to talk to me and say, hey, Mike, do you have a minute? I want to talk to you. I immediately had an overwhelming sense of dread. I was just like, what did I do wrong? What's happening? What? And this persisted, and it still persists to a degree, even now at 45. It's not something that just goes away. I never knew what this was called until, like a while ago, and I always forget the last word because my brain. Not being diagnosed until I was 30, I think really hurt me professionally. Like, I love computers. I'm very good at computers. I'm good with networking, servers, building, all this stuff. But it made it harder for me to get and keep a job because I would get bored at my job. It worked this way. the ADD, ADHD brain works on dopamine, serotonin, all these good things that make us feel good. It's that risk reward factor. If I find something interesting, I want to learn all about it. I want to do it. I want to get there. I want to do. But once I learn it, I don't care anymore. It's annoying. I wish there was something I could do for that, but there isn't. So that really kind of hurt me early on. And I don't know if I've ever really been able to recover. And, I'm not blaming anyone because it's no one's fault. It is what it is. And I know that it had a lot to do with some of my jobs. But once I did get medicated, it did make things a lot easier, a lot better. I could find that I could actually focus and do my work easier. I think that, having ADHD isn't, it doesn't define you, but it sort of does. Because you want to be the best that you can be. Having ADHD doesn't necessarily limit you from being the best. It does, in my opinion, make it a lot harder. I think that it is very possible, very likely that you can absolutely succeed. And I know people do succeed. Uh, the struggles are mine and mine alone. I wish I had a toolbox or a toolkit. I wish, when I was first diagnosed, I remember the doctor. I went in. He goes, "Well, why do you want to see me?" He says, "I think I have ADD." He looked and said, "Yeah, you do." I noticed that the first 10 seconds you walked in and sat down. Um, because, people with ADD generally never look you in the eye. We don't like to do that. We're over here, we're over here, we're over here, we're down here, but we don't like to look in the eye. We can, we will, but we don't like to. We can, there's so many things, so many resources out there for us now that didn't exist when I was younger. So it is a phenomenal thing that we are working um, on a lot of things that affect people that have these, I don't want to say issues. I don't like the term neurodivergent, but that's the word, neurodivergent. Um, that makes us different than other people, and there's nothing wrong with being different. In fact, that's always a good thing, right? People with ADD have the ability to look at things in a way that people that don't have that can't. It helps that our brain goes 15 million miles an hour. We're looking at a bunch of a bunch of different things in my brain or our brains, and just even being on medication doesn't stop it. It just organizes it, I guess you could say. Anywho, I do like to keep these videos short because my cats, you probably hear them, become all loud. Anywho, if you haven't and you're interested, please like and subscribe. I do enjoy talking about my struggles. I'm not sure again how many parts or episodes they're going to be. You know, while I do enjoy talking about myself, I'm not any good at it. I don't do stories, which is annoying. So I apologize. But if you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll try and answer them. I'll try and answer them in another episode, something of that nature. But for now, I appreciate you all coming and listening to my story. I hope it helps you in some way, shape, or something. I just hope it does. Anywho, take care of yourselves. Be safe. We'll catch you later.